Hi, I'm Andrea, and welcome to Your Spiritual Truth. I am sitting at my desk, as usual, and of course, I have some wonderful articles that I'm going to talk to you about that will shed some light on spirituality and your spiritual truth. One thing I have here is, I want to talk about what's happening and why things are happening the way they're happening. It's kind of confusing when you look at all the different organizations, charities, foundations, wealthy people, people that have money so much money they don't know what to do with it. And then you look around and you find people dying of starvation, people suffering from for medical reasons that can't afford medical attention. And then you find the rich are getting richer and the poor getting poorer, and in between are just dropping by the wayside. And you wonder why. Well, in the human arena, that's the way it is. The harder you work, or the more you know, or where you came from, you may end up getting more. And so we are suffering. I'm suffering for you and you're suffering for me. Because I feel what you feel and you feel what I feel. Since I'm not since I know that I've been living in the human arena for so many years. But now it's a totally different story. And I want to shed some light on it. Let me read something that's on my desk. And it's about God. Of course, everything I read is about God or the Christ consciousness, which is the Spirit of God in you. Here it says, Christ liveth my life. What difference does it make whether or not there are periods of depression or periods of prosperity, floods or droughts? Christ liveth my life. It leadeth me beside the still waters. It maketh me lie down in green pastures. 1,000 may fall at my left hand, and 10,000 at my right hand. Still, it will not come near me. I have made that contact. I am dying daily to my humanhood. I am being reborn of the Spirit. I am being guided, directed, fed, maintained, sustained, healed, and saved by this inner light, this inner illumination. That's a great article right there, or a great paragraph. I say it's a great prayer, acknowledgement. The secret is the awakening of the sleeping Christ, the sleeping Spirit. And that is another purpose for meditation. Wow, what do I mean by the sleeping Spirit? Well, God never sleeps. I think it's almost trying to get you to understand that you've been asleep to God. So all the things that are happening in the human arena is because we are asleep to the spiritual arena. We're asleep to the spirituality of ourselves. We are spiritual beings. And since I know and you know that it's not fair and the things that are happening in this world is just crazy, that can't be of God. There's no way a God that loves us so much, that put its spirit inside of me and you and called it its only begotten Son. How? How can that God be so cruel to some and not to others? Man, I was talking to a preacher one time, and I couldn't understand. I said to this person, what kind of God are you serving? I mean, you're a preacher, but yet you're living a worldly life. You're living totally outside of the kingdom of God. And I just couldn't accept that. And so I said, my God is a good God. And that God that I worship is the same God in you. But I guess you closed your mind to that God. You have not accepted Jesus Christ's ministry, his spiritual ministry. You have not accepted his words when he said, I can of my own self do nothing, but the Father within doeth the works. You have not accepted the fact that he said the kingdom of God is within. And first ye should seek the kingdom of God within. But yet you're looking all around, outside, everywhere to get your goods, material things. And now we're worse off. The whole world is worse off. I mean, you have wars going on, fighting for material things. We have everything we need, plus more. But yet we are in a war, an economic war, political war, chemical war. We are in a war, a medical war. What's up with that? The kingdom of God is perfect. It's within. But we're so busy seeking outside. We're so distracted that we have not found our way back to the Father's house. Well, I have good news for you. There's a way, a good way, an easy way. It is an easy way, but are you willing to take the easy way? Are you willing to take some time out of your schedule and go within and seek the kingdom of God? And let that Spirit use you? Are you willing to give up 5-10 minutes in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night before you go to bed? Why don't you try it? In the morning before you get out of the bed, just say, God, thank you. Use me to do your will. Speak to me. All I desire is to be in your presence, to fulfill your will. Touch me. Let me feel your presence. Let me hear your voice. And then before you get out of the bed, after you do that, just turn an ear in. Just turn within and listen. Smile and listen. Yeah, thoughts are going to come in. You're going to think you're late for work. You're going to think about this and stuff. All these things are going to be coming at you. But don't entertain them. Let them go. Don't feed them. Don't talk to them. Don't think about them. Let them come and let them go. Before you know it, you'll feel that presence. And that presence will be with you all day long. It will go before you to make the crooked places straight. And then throughout the day, pause wherever you may be and do the same thing. And then before you go to bed at night, acknowledge the presence of God. Say a verbal prayer and then let it go. Visualize whatever you want to visualize. Visualize people getting along, harmony, love, and joy, abundance, all of these wonderful things. And let it go. And then turn within and say, speak, God, I'm listening. Because that is how you receive the grace of God. That is how God becomes accessible. God is on the field when you let go of the material things in the material world and turn to the spiritual things of the spiritual world, where there's no material things to desire. The only desire you will have is to know God and to know God aright. Try it. Thank you. I'm Andrea, and I just came across my desk to share some information with you. To God be the glory. If you have any questions, email me at yourspiritualtruth@gmail.com. I'm signing off to all of my spiritual sisters and brothers and to the spiritual generation that you are. Peace and love.